EU countries have agreed to start the process to open another accession cluster with Ukraine and Moldova.
Argentina inched through to the round of 16 as Egypt made World Cup history with its first knockout win since its debut.
Ukraine and Moldova notched another milestone in their EU accession bids. EU countries unanimously agreed on Friday to advance the opening of another cluster of negotiations. Cluster 6 covers external relations, foreign policy and security, which is relatively less contentious than other policy areas. EU accession is divided into 35 negotiating chapters, grouped into 6 clusters. The opening of Cluster 6 reflects Hungary's gradual shift in position following Péter Magyar's election victory over Viktor Orbán. Orbán had kept Kyiv's accession bid on hold for years over a dispute concerning the treatment of the Hungarian minority in western Ukraine. Magyar's new government worked with the Ukrainian side to resolve the issue, leading to the long-awaited opening of the first cluster in early June. The European Commission and Ukraine have pushed to open the remaining clusters before the summer break.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ireland is beginning its 8th rotating presidency of the Council of the European Union. Dublin will face numerous international challenges over the course of this 6-month term, but it is perhaps the EU's budget that will require the greatest effort on Ireland's part.
It is fair to say that Ireland has the work cut out for its 6 months presidency of the EU Council. Trade, competitiveness, security and enlargement are among the top priorities. But no other priority is more urgent and more consequential than the next EU budget. Taoiseach Micheál Martin told us that negotiating a new budget means reconciling the irreconcilable, because there are so many red lines, so many demands that nobody wants to make any tangible concessions. Still, the goal is to have a final deal in December, and this will require very long hours of negotiations and a great deal of effort. Jorge Liboreiro, Euronews, Cork.
Interpol has issued a red notice for a Ukrainian woman over a bomb attack in Monaco earlier this week. The organization named 39-year-old Anastasia Berezovska as the main suspect in the bombing, which took place on Monday evening and left multiple people injured. Ukrainian business tycoon Vladimir Molayev was wounded in the attack, while his partner was critically injured and 2 others sustained moderate wounds. A red notice requests law enforcement around the world to locate and provisionally arrest an individual, but is not an international arrest warrant. A prosecutor told reporters that the suspect was sitting on a bench in Place des Moulins before placing an explosive device outside the building in which the victims were staying, which was triggered via remote control upon confirming the targets were present. Investigators later identified a car with German plates believed to have been used by the suspect, who prosecutors say disguised herself as a man to carry out the attack. The prosecutor added that the car was traced through Monaco, France, and into Italy.
One of this year's underdogs, Cape Verde, pushed Argentina to the brink, but a late own goal in extra time eventually sent the defending World Cup champions safely into the next round. Argentina took the lead with Lionel Messi scoring in the 29th minute before Diroy Duarte equalized with a low strike at 59 minutes. Both sides continue to trade goals in extra time, but an own goal from Dine Borges under pressure from Argentina's Cristian Romero in the 111th minute sealed Argentina's win. Meanwhile, Egypt made World Cup history with its first knockout win since its 1934 debut. Iman Ashur scored early in the game, but Egypt's advance was cancelled out by an own goal by Mohamed Hani. However, Egypt beat Australia with 4-2 on penalties, with Hussam Abdelmajid scoring the decisive penalty. Egypt and Argentina will face off in the next round. Finally, Ghana was the last African team to play in the round of 32 on Friday night, but lost to Colombia, who will now face Switzerland next in Vancouver.